What's up, gang? It's
DQNation.
I'm D.
This is Q.
And we back. We've been out for a minute, but we back. We gonna give y'all some more what y'all love. Today we doing guy with sword versus 50 cops, which sounds redonkulous.
You know I love cop videos. I love watching anything dealing with the the police and seeing what they be having going on.
The police ass.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, but without further ado, let's get into it.
Walk in the store and you see all the bands on me, baby, you know that I'm up. That nigga keep on talking, you know this lucky got him stuck. Too many bets in my pocket, you know I run it up.
The date is April 3rd, 1997, and in the city of Seattle, Washington, at around 11 a.m., 911 operators would receive a call that would change the course of history.
Hello, 911, what's your emergency?
There's a black man. He's carrying something that looks like a samurai sword.
Okay, calm down. Please don't
That sounds
racial
so
profile.
fake.
Right, it does.
Does he appear to be dangerous?
He's just standing there, but everyone's freaking out.
What is your current location?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. He sound like a little anime character.
It sounds fake.
Yeah, like, I love you, senpai. He sound like some anime shit.
Senpai.
Okay, I want you to stay on the line. I'm going to alert law enforcement of the situation.
Just send help now,
stay
please.
calm for me.
Yeah,
okay?
that's not fake.
This call triggered an 11-hour standoff, which would
11
forever
hours.
immortalize
That's
the
crazy.
name of the Seattle Street Samurai.
Shakes off the tear gas with almost superhuman strength.
The man refuses to surrender his weapon without a fight.
There's talks about this guy online, but they're from forever ago. So I just thought I'd make a contribution by
He
putting
like
this
Blade.
amazing story in a digestible video format. I was genuinely floored to see that nobody had made a video about this, because this is insane. With nothing but sunglasses and a samurai sword to his name, this man held off an army of police officers for 11 hours. He withstood everything from getting shot to receiving a bribe in the form of a Big Mac, and just stood there. His name is Tony Allison, but on this day he insisted that everybody, including the police, refer to him as Apollo, and it all started with him doing nothing. Yeah, it didn't actually start with that 911.
He had to been tweaking.
Yeah, what the fuck you standing there for? And then Apollo, nigga?
Call me Apollo. Oh, bro must think he in Creed or something, bro.
The fuck?
Phone call. That was fake. Surprise. It was actually an
talking about the
off-duty
phone call.
police officer, and he was alerted about a man in camo pants and a leather jacket that was quote-unquote disturbing. So this off-duty police officer decides to follow him from Pike's Place Market to the corner of 2nd and Pike. Which, bro, you're off-duty. Try hard much? Anyways, this is where you see him in the video. Now, Apollo was suspicious of this guy following him, and rightfully so. I would be as well. So he took what the cop describes as a defensive stance with his sword at the ready, which is understandable in a defense situation like this one. But sadly, that was enough for the off-duty cop to call his buddies, and they would remain in that same location for the next 11 hours. They closed all the stores,
Ain't no way
evacuated
they ain't
everybody,
shoot this
shut
nigga
down all
phone
the
yet. Cause like, how the fuck you let this shit go on for 11 hours?
And then he shut the block down.
I was just finna say that. No, he stopped traffic. Like, what if somebody lives right there?
Oh,
That's
man.
too much.
I would have
That's
went
too
off on him like, asshole. Move out the way, bro.
That's too much. 11 hours. Is
11
insane.
hours is wicked.
I feel like 4 to 5 hours tops. Who the fuck standing out there for 11 hours?
Man, fuck that. After the first hour, bro, I'm gonna hit you with some tear gas.
That's true. Nowadays, the police is not letting that shit go on for that long.
Streets
Goofy.
caused traffic jams. In case you guys are wondering whether he's actually dangerous with a sword, the news report made sure to seek out a trustworthy source.
The man confirms authorities' worst fears.
Yeah, he knows how to use the sword.
When the cops got there, apparently they tried to bribe the samurai sword out of his hand with a glorious sum of $50. I want you to take one look at this guy and guess how he responded.
Defensive stance.
No, but actually, verbally, he didn't say anything for the entire 11-hour standoff, except mentioning he had brothers in China and Russia, and correcting police officers when they wouldn't refer to him as Apollo. He also said that he was possessed by demons and wanted to kill them.
He talked about
He was high. He was off, son, bro.
Every
Ain't
night
no way.
high, he could have just lost his mind.
Yeah, ain't no way, bro. I'm possessed by demons. He look like he fight vampires for real, for real. I'm not gonna lie. He look like Blade.
He looked a little crazy. He looked like he kind of did lose his mind, or he could have been on drugs.
Yeah, something's up
And
with
the
guy.
drugs could have maybe did it.
Yeah, something up with him for sure.
Of Satan. He talked about his brothers in Russia and China, but he never really engaged the negotiator.
But yeah, he just refused to drop the sword. I don't know, I couldn't imagine why. However, the police did not give up here. Nah, they went back to the drawing board and came up with another offer. Now, I can't make this
It's your McDonald's Big Mac. You've got to taste.
They offered him a Big Mac. No, I'm serious, this is real. McDonald's targeted. Then they assumed since he was unmoved by this, he must have a mental health history. So they tried triggering schizophrenic urges. Of course, he was unmoved by these childish tricks and continued to stand his ground. So the police weren't sure what to do next. Since he wasn't attacking anybody, they had to get the sword out of his hand. They thought about throwing a net over him. They shot him with tranquilizer darts, which had no effect. They also shot him with those riot pellets, those little beanbags. Now, I don't know if you guys remember that scene in Jackass where they shot Johnny Knoxville with one of these things.
It's considered less lethal.
Yeah, but they hurt. Yeah, they hurt.
He was on the ground panting for like 20 minutes.
I remember that.
He just shrugs it off. Anyways, 2 unfair shots later, he was still standing.
But he endures round after round and shows no sign of surrender.
So then they decided the best route to take is to tear gas him.
The man shakes off the tear gas with almost superhuman strength.
Ain't no
Spray
fucking
him
way.
with a fire hose.
No way! You know how strong a fire hose is?
No, I don't.
Back when segregation was still going around, when black people and white people wasn't cool in America, and they would have black fountains and white fountains and stuff. When we used to have protests and stuff in March, they used to literally come with fire hose and push us. Like the fire hose is that strong enough to push you, knock you off your feet. Something's wrong with this dude. He has to be on drugs because all this and he's unfazed.
Right? Yeah. The tear gas is what got me.
No,
and
for
he over
real.
here like this.
He like, I bet.
Fuck.
Bet.
Lose his grip on the sword. When that doesn't work, they turn the water pressure up.
That's
full blast.
And then pin him down with a ladder.
Those guys went down
with a
by the
ladder?
book. Exactly what they were supposed to do.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure this is the definition of by the book, actually. Now, when you look at this from the outside, who is in the wrong here?
Guns with special bean bags that strike with the same impact as a heavyweight boxer's punch.
Chemical agents or tear gas makes the suspect very uncomfortable. It burns his eyes, burns his skin, and it makes it difficult for him to breathe.
The jets of water pack the force of a hurricane wind. Then, in a highly orchestrated maneuver, police pin the suspect down with a ladder, pole, and riot shield.
By the book. Exactly what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. You guys don't want to know my opinion. What do you guys think? Would you consider this excessive force? Let me know in the comments. And you might think this man's had enough. But the tragedy of Tony Apollo Allison's story is not done. As it turns out, only a year prior to the sword incident, Tony Apollo Allison was released from Western State Hospital after finishing a 10-year sentence from a charge in which he pled not guilty due to insanity. A charge of second-degree assault with intent to rape. Before this incident, he was an alcoholic, wandering the streets with a sword on his back, and now he's a man with his name engraved in history. He was later sent back to Western State Hospital. However, his current whereabouts are unknown. Until now, in a twist of events, I think I might have just found him, or at least some potential evidence he's still out protecting the city. Back in 2021, a dad was with his son at Bitter Lake Playfield, and while passing by a homeless encampment, spotted this distinct shiny object sticking out of the debris. Now, the location of this park happens to be about 50 miles away from Western State Hospital, or a mere 8.2 miles away from where this whole thing began. Now, due to Apollo's story being very old and many news sources doing very minuscule amounts of deep diving and just very little information in general, I had to resort to these 2 blog posts excessively. This one's got a really neat website, so go check it out.
Got a lot of neat posts about like aliens, CIA projects,
go check it out. Don't forget to subscribe.
We saw that one.
Yeah.
Put it down, baby.
Man, that was crazy. One guy with a sword versus 50 cops.
Yeah,
that was
ridiculous.
That he held them off for 11 hours is fucking ridiculous.
It was kind of annoying. It was kind of
11 hours, baby.
Yeah.
Imagine you trying to go home and they said, "Nah, you can't go down the street. We got it blocked off. There's a guy with a sword."
Right.
Like, bro, what? If y'all don't get this nigga out the way.
That would piss me off.
Man, well, it's been DQNation. We catch you guys next time. Peace.